That night, when the other engines were tucked away in their sheds, you could still hear the call of an engine's whistle and a clickety clack of train wheels turning. This is the sound of the mail train. One train is pulled by a Union and the other by Connor, as the loads were too heavy for one engine to do work alone. The mail was loaded in the freight cars at the harbor, and the engine pulled their trains through the silent stations, delivering their precious loads. On a clear night, a big shiny moon brightened their journey, but often Union and Connor can't see the stars. But whatever the weather, lamps along the track always lights their way. One night, Connor was waiting at the junction. The main line train was late. At last, Mountain arrived. Sorry, he said. The mailboat from the mainland was delayed. Come on, Connor, said his driver. Let's make up for lost time. Connor went along as quickly as he could, but the sun was already rising as he finishes his work. Never mind, he said. It's nice to be up and about on the start of a new day when there's no one else around. His hopes were not for long. Oh man, he said, it's Harold. Good morning, said Harold. I always say rails are very good for delivering mail, and you are doing an excellent job. Keep up the good work. Connor was kind of surprised by what Harold said. At least he gave me a compliment, he said. Good morning, Connor, said SB. You're up early this morning. No, you're wrong, said Connor. I'm back, tired and late. He went into his shed and fell asleep, and that night, his driver decided to head off early that evening. Union was waiting for Connor when he arrived. Thank goodness I haven't managed to speak with you. My driver said that the manager of the mail company was complaining to our man to Noah Hunt. That wasn't my fault, said Connor. I know, said Union, and so does Noah. But this mail person wouldn't listen. Tonight we're going to be busier than ever before. They were about to leave when they heard a familiar buzzing. I say you do. I kind of agree with that, what you said. Why? Said Connor. Thomas and Percy had done it once back on Sodor. And let's just say, I think they would agree with the same thing too, because rails work wonders, you know. Always. Good idea, Harold. That night, everything ran like clockwork. Union and Connor delivered their loads, making good time everywhere they went. But at a station, Union noticed a man looking cold. He had missed his train home. We can give you a ride, said Union's driver, but it would rather be uncomfortable. Thank you, said the man. Everything's better than sitting here. The next day, Connor was at the airfield when he saw Harold. Hey, Harold, what's wrong? The wind's too strong, grumbled Harold. I've been grounded. Well, like you said last night, you need rails. Those rails work wonders, you know. Always. That night, Noah Hunt got a letter from the man who missed his train. He says that you two were wonderful, and everyone says that the mail train is the pride of the line.